Assalamu alaikum, dear student of class 9. I am Shariful Islam, your biology teacher. Today I discuss chapter number 5. It's our revision class. In previous class I discussed about food, nutrition and digestion, and I discussed the essential elements of plant nutrition, the nutrition deficiency symptoms in plants. Today I want to revise the topics about the animal food and their source and explain the food pyramid, and then principles of consuming food, and I try to discuss about symptom, remedies and prevention of nutrition deficiency diseases. At first, food and nutrition of animal. You have learned in class 6 and 8 that food is essential for life. In the same way, a balanced diet is necessary for good health. When oxidized food produces heat and energy in the body. In the previous chapter, you learned how heat and energy are produced by chemical reaction in the respiration process. From the beginning to the end of life, the influence of chemical reactions is endless. To move, play or do other activities, energy is necessary. We get this energy from food, the substance which are digested and absorbed within the body and help in repairing itself, staying healthy, supplies nourishment for vital activities, protect from disease and produce heat and energy are called food. This is the definition of food. Then, components of food and their source. All the above mentioned tasks are essential for our living. Different types of food are necessary for perform these tasks properly. Foods are the chemical combination of many compounds. These chemical substances are the ingredient for food. Nutrition exists within this ingredient and are called nutrients. Most of the foods contain more than one nutrient, but they are classified into the categories of nutrient that is present in greater quality compound to other nutrient in the food. Depending on the principles of ingredient, foods are divided into three classes: protein, that helps in growth and repair; carbohydrate, that helps in producing energy; fat and oil, produce heat and energy. Beside these, three other components are essential for our body: vitamins, that increase immunity power and change chemical reaction; minerals, takes part in various organic functions; water, keeps the balance of water and temperature, regulates the activity, cell activity and contained organelles. There is also another component. Although it is not a nutrient, it is nevertheless an important component for our diet, that is roughage. Roughage absorbs water, increase the amount of stool and helps in bowel function. First, Protein. Protein are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Protein is 16% nitrogen. Sulfur, phosphorus and iron are also present in small quantities. Due to the presence of nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus and iron, the importance of protein is different from carbohydrate and fat. Protein is the only source of nitrogen. That's why it's considered an important component. Then sources of protein. We have learned earlier that we get protein from fish, meat, milk, pulse, dried fish, beans, seeds, nuts, etc. Protein are of two kinds. Number 1, animal protein, and number 2, plant protein. 1. Animal protein. Fish, meat, egg, cheese, posset, liver are source of animal protein. Amino acids which are essential for our body can be found in this food. And then plant protein. Pulse, nuts, beans, seeds, etc. are the source of plant proteins. Once it was thought that there are less nutrients because plant protein doesn't contain all the essential amino acids. In fact, like animal proteins, plant proteins contain all amino acids in sufficient amount. Sometimes 2 or more plant proteins are cooked together, but this does not have any significant effect on the proportion of amino acid. Then another food components is carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy. They are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrates are deposited in roots, stem, flowers and seeds in different forms. Glucose in fruit juice, lactose in milk, starch in wheat, potato, rice, etc. are different forms of carbohydrate. According to composition, carbohydrates are the 3 types. The formation and composition of 3 types of carbohydrate are shown in the table below. Classification of carbohydrate. Number 1, monosaccharide, composition of 1 molecule of glucose, and example glucose, source honey, fruit. Carbohydrate, disaccharide, composition of 2 molecule of glucose, example sucrose, lactose and source sugar and milk. Carbohydrate is polysaccharide, composition of many molecules of glucose, example carbohydrate, glycogen and sources is rice, atta, potato, green vegetables. We mostly get carbohydrate from rice, wheat and potato. In raw from carbohydrate cannot be easily digested. That is why we eat food like potato, rice, wheat, etc. after cooking. Carbohydrates are then digested and turned into glucose. Disaccharide and polysaccharide turns into simple carbohydrate, that is glucose, through digestion and become ready for absorption. For human nutrition, simple carbohydrates are very important. The human body can only absorb glucose. Then another food is fat. Fat is an essential component of food. It is composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and its main function is to produce heat. It remains in the stomach for a long time, so we don't feel hungry. Fat is stored beneath the skin. It is also stored in various organs such as in the brain and muscles. These stored fats are used when food is not available. It contains more than twice as many calories as carbohydrate and protein. The calories is the measuring unit of energy in food. Food cooked with oil or ghee makes the food tasty. At the same time, It also increases the nutritional value, such as fried potato instead of boiled potato, lachi or parota instead of roti are not only tasty but also contain more calories. Some fats contain vitamin A, some contains of vitamin E. According to the source, fats are two kinds, such as vegetable fats and animal fats. First, vegetable fats: soybean, mustard, nuts, sunflower, and corn oil are used as vegetable oils. Soybean oil is the best of all. Animal fats: ghee, dalda, etc. are animal fats. Egg yolk contain fat, but the white part of the egg doesn't. Fats are insoluble in water. Fats floats on water because it is lighter than water. The daily requirement of a healthy adult person is 50 to 60 grams of fat. Then the next part, vitamin. Very small amount of vitamin is needed for health. To grow and to remain healthy, vitamins are absolutely necessary. A balanced diet contains different types of nutrients, so sufficient vitamin can be obtained from a balanced diet. The absence of vitamin in regular diet causes vitamin deficiency disease. It can even cause several harmful effects on the body or even death. Vitamins are also two types: fat-soluble vitamin and water-soluble vitamin. Vitamin A, D, E, K are soluble in fat, and vitamin B complex and vitamin C are soluble in water. At first, fat-soluble vitamin. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is obtained from milk, butter, fats, eggs, carrot, mango, jackfruit, colored vegetables, smaller fish, etc. Vitamin D, milk, eggs, liver, dairy products, fish oil, edible oil, etc. are the sources of vitamin D. Vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin E and vitamin K can be obtained from all the above mentioned food. Then water-soluble vitamin. Vitamin B complex is tasking rice, red atta, sprouts, gram, peas, cauliflower, spinach, beans, liver, heart, milk, egg, milk, green vegetables, etc. are the source of vitamin B. Then vitamin C. Vitamin C can be obtained from guava, pomelo, star fruits, orange, cabbage, tomato, pineapple, green chili, fresh vegetables, etc. Then another option is mineral salt or minerals. Mineral salts are essential for body cells and body fruits. The human body contains mineral salts such as calcium, iron, sulfur, zinc, sodium, potassium, iodine, etc. These ingredients do not exist as standalone elements. These elements are in food, and the body is a compound with other elements, forming various organic and inorganic salt. Mineral salts regulate body building and internal function. Mineral salts are the most essential elements in the formation of teeth, muscles, bone, enzymes, and hormone. They play a particular role in nerve impulse, muscles contraction, maintaining water balance in the body cell, and keeping balance of acid and base. Then milk curd says small fishes, that is moladhala fish, pulse, green vegetables, red leaves, aram leaves, etc. are source of calcium. Liver, green vegetables, meat, egg yolk, aram leaves contain iron. Phosphorus is obtained from milk, fish, meat, nuts, pulse, etc. Table salt, chips, salty food, cheese, nuts, pickles are contain sodium. Fish, meat, nuts, pulses, banana, potato, carrots, apples are contain potassium. And the source of iodine are seaweed, sea fish, meat, and algae. Then the another topics is water. The other name of water is life. For the existence of life of water is just as important as oxygen. Water is the most essential components for nutrients. Body building and internal functions are not possible without water. There are three functions of water. Number 1, body formation. Number 2, control of internal functions and elimination of waste product. 1. Body formation. Body formation and maintenance cannot be possible without water. At least 50 to 65% of body weight of the human bodies is water. Control of internal functions. No chemical reaction can occur inside the body without water. It acts as a solvent. Blood transport is possible only because of water. Nutrients from digested food in blood and oxygen are carried to the cell through water. Mineral salt remain dissolved in water fluid. Nutrients from digested food dissolves in water and absorb into blood through the small intestine. Elimination of waste product. Water helps to remove waste product from the body. A large amount of water leaves the body with urine, stool, sweat, etc. The demand of water for the body depends on person's age, level, food habit, and environment condition. For example, a man whose daily calories demand is 2000 kilocalories, he needs 2 liters of water daily. Fiber or roughage. Dietary fiber or roughage is found in the outer coverings of kernels, vegetables, skin of fruits, stem of plants, roots, leaves, etc. These are the cellulose and lignin of cell wall. Similar to how bones make up the structure of body, cellulose and roughage make up the structure of plant. These are complex carbohydrate. Human beings cannot digest cellulose as cows, goats, and buffalo can. Roughage absorb water, increase the amount of feces, and keep the eliminate stool. Roughage enriched food also absorb harmful products from the intestine. It is assumed that roughage reduce the risk of cancer of some extent. Roughage play a role in reducing obesity, the tendency of fat deposition, and hunger. Our next topic is an ideal food pyramid. A balanced diet includes carbohydrate, vegetables, fruits, protein, fat, or oil. If we absorb a balanced food chart of a teenage boy or girl, then an adult male or female, we may find the presence of carbohydrate in the most of the list. Placing carbohydrate at the bottom and consider the quantities of vegetables, fruits, protein, fat, and oil successively. If we arrange those substances in successive tiers, it looks like a pyramid. It is called the ideal food pyramid. This diagram shows carbohydrate at the base and fats and oil at the apex. The necessary food that we eat daily are shown in the form of pyramid. We may notice the highest quantity is at the base and the lowest quantity is at the apex. We should eat carbohydrate in a large quantity as largest level. At the base indicate rice, potato, bread, etc. Vegetables, fruits are placed in the next tier. These substances should be eaten in less than carbohydrate. Fish, meat, eggs, milk, pulse, cheese, potato, curd should be eaten in larger quantities than fruits and vegetables. Sweets, fat, and oil should be eaten the least. We have to choose that what we eat according to the food pyramid, and then we will be able to eat a balanced diet. Generally, we eat tasty food the most. This habit is not good for health. So, we should make a habit of eating food in moderation. This is a ideal food pyramid. In base, pulse rice, sugar, carbohydrate, and then vitamins and mineral groups, and then protein groups, and at the top, fat groups. Then, principles of food habit. Selection of food or a balanced diet is a precondition for healthy living. Everybody should know the rules of healthy eating, because then it becomes simpler to fulfill the demand of family member, taking into account food selection, food calories, family income, etc. That is characteristic of balanced diet. People should have the ability to produce adequate energy through metabolism. 2. Protein, fat, and carbohydrate should be eaten proportionally. Number 3. Include fresh fruit and vegetables in the diet for the supply of necessary vitamins, surface, or cellulose. 4. There must be sufficient water and minerals. And then 5. The diet must be easily digestible. This is the main character of a balanced diet. Okay. There is no alternative to balanced diet for a healthy life. For a well-developed body, it is important to make a food chart or menu by including food that contains 6 ingredients. A realistic menu can be prepared if the demand of body, availability of food, and family income are taken into consideration while selecting item or planning the menu. A menu can be made or check out by selecting the low-cost food that contain the equal or some food value. Selecting low-cost food that containing equal food value is a good practice. Then, preparing a balanced food chart. In order to prepare a balanced food chart, some issue should be taken into consideration. For instance, person sex, age, occupation, and health condition, knowledge about the food value, presence of adequate protein supply for preparing and bodybuilding, presence of adequate amount of vitamins, minerals, and water, knowledge regarding climate, weather, and food habit, economic condition of the family, and number of family members. Observe the table mentioned below. You will learn about amount of food needed for male and female, presence of different ages. Then a table A, food chart for adult or male and female. In order to get the required amount of calories per day, adult males and females should consume food mentioned in the following chart. Pregnant or nursing mothers need extra food. Young children may eat less food according to their age. Adult male and adult female: beans, kidney bean, egg, leafy vegetables, other vegetables, potato, milk, fat, and sugar, respectively. Without work, moderate working, hard working person, and female without work, moderate working, hard working female. And kidney bean 20 grams, 25 grams, 30 grams, egg 30 grams, 30 grams, 30 grams, leafy vegetables 40 grams, other vegetables 60, 70, 80 grams, potato 50, 60, 80 grams, milk 150, 200, and 250. Fat and oil 45 grams, 50 grams, 70 grams, and sugar or molasses 30, 35, and 55 grams. And the adult female without working: kidney bean 20 grams, 22.5 grams, 25 grams, 30 grams, 30 grams, 30 grams, leafy vegetables 100 grams, 100 grams, 150 grams. Other vegetables 40 grams, 40 grams and 100 grams. Potato 50, 50, 60 grams. Milk 100 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams. Fat 25 grams, 30 grams, 45 grams. Sugar 20 grams, 20 grams and 40 grams. Table B. This table has been prepared on the basis of food value or nutritional value of food grain Bangladesh. In this is published and accepted by the Institute of Nutrition and Food Science INFS 1975. Calories have been determined for every 100 grams edible part of food. Name rice. 100 gram rice contain 346 kilocalories, wheat 341 kilocalories, gram 360 kilocalories, lentil 343 kilocalories, carrot 48 kilocalories, potatoes 97 kilocalories, wheat 28, basil 26, pumpkin 60, brinjal 24, cauliflower 30, cabbage 27, kidney bean 26, bean 96, hilsa fish 273, katla fish 111, prawn 89, beef meat 114, egg 173, chicken 109, mutton 194, milk 67, milk mother's milk 65, ghee 900 and cooking oil 900 kilocalorie per 100 gram food. And at last, additional matters that should be of special consideration. 1. Maintaining cleanliness while preparing food, serving and eating food. Drinking sufficient water daily. Water must be boiled after drinking. Make a habit of eating seasonal fruits, fresh vegetables. These must be included in daily food chart. Avoid canned and frozen vegetables. Avoid canned and frozen vegetables. This is the main source or secret of maintaining a good health. The student, no more today. Thank you very much for participating in our online class. Allah Hafiz.